Hello! In this lesson, we're going to design the logo for the name of our rock band. Let's start. First thing I'll do is, using Pinterest, look for rock band names. From there, I'll look for logos too, and I'll make a selection inside a new board of all the logos I like. For this, you just have to hit save in the part that says pin, and after that, create a new board with the name logos. This way, you'll have all of them archived. Find several logos you like and save them. This way, you'll find enough sources of inspiration in order to afterwards create your own logo. As you can see, there's all kinds of logos. Some of them have drawings, others are just the typography with some customized element, etc. What you have to see is what you want to transmit with your band's logo, and from there inspire yourself, get ideas, and look for what fits best. Now we're going to look for fonts which are public domain in order to download them, and from there make the composition of our typography. From all these typographies we have available, we're going to look for those that fit better to the music style we want. For example, I'm more interested in broken letters or with stains rather than others which are more curvilinear. This way, I'll be explaining more to the audience the style of music I'm interested in. That doesn't mean we'll stick to the typography we're selecting. Then we'll modify it in Photoshop and we'll create our own typography and logo. Once you're done, install all of these typographies in your computer. Now, on a Photoshop file, I'll place the name of our band in which I'll apply different types of typography. This way I'll have a vast selection of possible typographies that can fit our band. In my case, I'm going to decide that I won't be using an extra element, like for example adding a drawing or something like that, because since I'm already creating an illustration, I don't want it to be crowded. Take as much time as you need. There are loads of typographies you can use for your brainstorming. Now what you have to do is select every typography that you like, be it 5, 10, or 30. Selection processes are usually quite slow, but this is good because it makes your mind open to much more possibilities. Being able to choose among 10 is much better than 3, because this way we'll be inspiring ourselves on a lot of things. Later, we'll do the selection of what we really like and what we don't. Good. Once we have all the typographies selected, what I'll do is place and adjust them all in the canvas so we can see them separate and thus make a well-done selection. Once they're all in the canvas, using red, we'll select the ones we like. For this, we can make a check mark, a dot, or whatever you like. Once we have selected the typographies we're interested in, we'll arrange them in a way that we can see them properly in the canvas so we can study them. As an example of things we can do to customize them, we can select some letters and make them bigger or smaller. In this case, since the X for Christmas is quite striking, we can make it bigger or smaller so it stands out from the typography. I don't like the one in the middle that much because I think it doesn't show what our word stands out for, so I'll stick with these two. The idea that I have is taking the X from one typography and apply it to the other. This is a good idea, mixing typographies and see what comes out of the mix of several. In order to create a good design of the logo based on a word, it's important that we don't stick with predefined shapes, but that we create something from many things. Here we have the basic design of our typography. What we'll do now is hand paint it. This doesn't mean that we'll be copying it. we'll just create a new layer and sketch using the pencil and a low opacity the definitive typography of our logo. I'll inspire on the one I have at the top, but I'll put some personal touches. There will be some elements that I'll make slightly different or more towards my style. You can inspire in other typographies for this process. Modify everything you need. For example, using the lasso, you can grab some of the letters, make them bigger or smaller, or change them. Now we'll lower the opacity of our layer, and using our brush with full opacity in a new layer, we'll start the inking of our typography. As you see, I'm breaking a bit the outer line, just like the typography we have on top. This way we put a more punk style to our logo design. At this stage, you can toy around as much as you like. Enjoy experimenting shapes, different types of lines, so it looks exactly the way you'd like and very customized. In a new layer, I'll add little details inside the letters so it looks more striking. I repeat, I'm just doing a design when doing a final design, but you can do several if you're not sure what you like, and then choose or even mix them until you get to the precise idea you'll define at the end. This would be the typography of our finished logo. Great! We have the logo for our music band. In the next lesson, we'll inspire Antichristmas characters in order to design our own characters in the band. I hope you liked this lesson, and I'll see you in the next video.